You're just in time for another eBay antique unboxing. And this looks like a Franken box. What the hell is this? Look at this. It looks like a brick of cocaine that says Fragile on it. Now, I always try to be as positive as I can, although I have a little bit of an a-hole personality, if you know what I mean. So, would you send somebody something in a box that looks like this when your client or customer paid $127 with shipping and tax for it? I sure hope not. Now, these things are very fragile, and I hear it's something rattling around and moving inside. It's glass. And this is a real asinine way to pack things. But I'm going to give the person the benefit of the doubt before I open it. So let's see. Now, if these things arrived broken, I will never be able to replace them at the retail value they're worth. They're very hard to get for the $127 and change with shipping that I paid for them. And holy moly, I can't even get the scissor through this. Okay. Why? All right. Oh God, please, don't let this be broken. Now I'm trying to have my mind doesn't go to positive. My mind goes from 0 to panicking and freaking out in seconds, mere seconds. And if this came broken, I'm not going to say I shall die, but I shall be mighty, mighty pissed off. All right. Oh boy. Why would you pack two very fragile pieces of glass in a freaking, basically, look at this, look at that, razor thin piece of plastic in a flimsy, shitty ass box. All right, the world may never know. And if it didn't break, then I'll stop bashing the seller. How's about that? All right. Oh boy. Trust me, like I said, I go from 0 to panic in under 2 seconds. And don't slice your wrist, because then your therapist might think you tried to commit suicide. And that wouldn't be a good thing, because you'll end up in a psych ward. Okay. Oh, did they tape it on every corner? All right, we shall see. What the hell did I get? Now, this item, I actually did a video showing me sniping them at the last 5 seconds of the auction and winning. And these are very hard to get for the price I got. So please, God, don't let them be broken. And so this got a chance to just like move around inside this box. Not good. This isn't, you see, maybe I'm what do they call those people? A-type? Am I an A-type person? I think A-type persons are detail-oriented and, are a little anal. Get it? A-type? Anal about certain shit. And I just hope that we don't have a problem here, Houston. I'm trying not to cut the item to get it out of its cocoon over here. And note to you guys, always make sure you have a scissor that is not made in China. Because this is what you get, a scissor that doesn't cut anything. All right, let's see what we got. What's the dealio with all this tape? Oh, wait, I hope I didn't cut into the item. Well, shiz. All right, hold on. I'm trying not to use expletives. I need a swear jar. And for every time I swear, you guys need to throw a penny far thing in it. Or a shekel. All right, let's see. All right. Oh, I'm so nervous. No, it's not a real gem. I know what you're thinking. I wish it was. I wish it was a sapphire. Ooh, look, sapphire for $127. Not gonna happen. Oh, so far, good. Okay, so far, I'm not having a heart attack yet. And, all right. Now for the moment of truth on this one. Please, let it be okay. Otherwise, I will cry. It's okay. Oh, thank the Lord. All right, so you're like, what the hell is that? Are these opium bottles? Are you on opium, Deanna? No, I can assure you I'm not on opium. Okay, hold on. All right, so what we have here is ancient Egyptian bottles. No, I'm only kidding. Yes, I know. Stop being an a-hole and behave yourself. All right, they both have sapphires. Well, not real sapphires. And these are very, very old, boys and girls. And so we're going to do the research together to find out more information about these. But I will tell you, these are Italian. As my Irish father-in-law once called me, because I'm half Italian, Itralian. So these are Itralian. And you don't see things like this every day because these are very, very old. Take a look at this. And I believe they call these marine, M-U-R-R-I-N-E, glass, otherwise known as Murano glass. But they had different kinds of patterns going throughout, hand-blown by artisans in the Italy region. And so these are Murano bottles, very, very old. And again, we're going to do research. My guess was it was made anywhere in the mid-1800s. We're talking around 1850 or so, all the way up to about 1870-ish. And you might say, oh, did someone just stick gum to that? No, they didn't stick gum on that. That could probably come off. That is called patina. And that green stuff is called, actually, verdigris patina. And how does that happen, boys and girls? Well, if I don't clean that, by the way, what is going to happen is it's going to eat away at the metal. And I'm trying to get a focus. Focus, enhance. And that will actually pit that. And there'll be a hole in that spot. So I will have to clean that. All right, so these once held salts in them. And you're like, salts? Like table salts? No, not those type of salts. They would have held something called smelling salts. And that was for when a lady would pass out. Because her whalebone corset with 69,000 eyelets that were tied and pulled until it shrunk her waist from a size 30 down to a size 19. And it was like 100 degrees out with the 6 pieces of flare she had to wear under her dress. Yes, they had to wear multiple layers of underwear on top of that whalebone corset that actually took her organs and smashed them. So her stomach would have been smashed and her intestines would have been smashed and pushed up all the way into her lungs. Oh, yes. So they had to smell, take this up to their nostril. Lift the lid first. Take a whiff out of this because many times daily they would pass out and faint. Not only from the whalebone corsets, because of the filthy stench that permeated all throughout Victorian Europe, America, and pretty much the world. Because people didn't bathe like they do today. And the smell of slaughterhouses with animals' blood being actually let out as it drips down every single corner. The smelling of rotting flesh from those slaughterhouses. The smells of the factories and all the fumes coming out of the smokestacks. The smog. And the fact that people did not bathe and smelled actually like barnyard animals. Women needed these. Okay, so these little rings that you see here, before I check for stoppers, we want to see if these have stoppers in them. 9 times out of 10, they're missing or broken. When they have the original stopper, it's really special. But as you can see here, this ring would actually have attached to a lady's waistband. Now, ladies would attach them to their waistband with a hook, and these were known as chatelaine chains. And chatelaine chains were quite popular during the early, actually all throughout, like probably through the 1600s, all the way through about 1900, when pocketbooks became much more acceptable in today's society. Did you know, boys and girls, that pocketbooks were considered underwear? So if a woman walked around, even though they still did in certain cases, with a pocketbook, it was considered equivalent to a corset or a pair of bloomers. And it was considered improper and indecent to walk around with a pocketbook. So ladies had to come up with all sorts of crazy cockamamie ways to carry things around on them without becoming scrutinized by other people. And so there you go. All right, so let's see what we have here. And we're going to do research. We're going to find out who made these in Italy, what these are worth, and what kind of pattern this could be. As you can see, this is actually quite stunning. This one, I do not see a stopper. Okay, I told you, 9 9 times out of the 10, they're missing. But this one, let's see, does it have a stopper? Now, in the actual auction listing, both of them had a stopper. And yeah, I'm a little disappointed that the guy didn't include it. So I am going to have to contact him. I'm not very happy about that. But look at this ancient looking stopper made out of glass. As you can see there, hand blown glass. Very interesting. All right, let's find out more about these. These are actually quite beautiful. Let's get a close up. And you can see all this, like, it looks like a flecks of gold and silver going throughout the bottle. This is glass, again, made in the Murano area, or Venetian glass. And they're Italian, or as, again, my father-in-law said, Itralian. And all right, let's find out more about these. Okay, so in the actual listing, you see a stopper. I only paid $48 for this one, and you might be like, well, you overpaid. Oh, no, I didn't. But guess what, boys and girls? Okay, guess what I found out? The stopper actually fell out and fell into the lid. Actually, hold on, I'll show it to you. I actually had to use surgical tools to get it out. Okay, so here it is. And wait, can we get a focus? Oh my god, this camera sucks. Okay, so you see it's like a lollipop. It's shaped like a lollipop. And then we have the stopper on the bottom. And thank God it did not arrive broken. Oh my god, that would have been a tragedy. Okay, so now it is in the bottle properly. All right, let's find out more about these bottles and why I wanted them so bad. Okay, so I'm going to really fast show you them in better lighting. Again, I will take the verdigris off of them. I'll just use a little Simichrone. And look how cool these are. These are just absolutely stunning. Let's look close up. Look at that. And I think, again, that's called Murrine or Murrine, M-U-R-R-I-N-E. Look at that. The gold and the pink and the silver is going throughout this piece. And each and every one of these, no two are alike. They'll look alike, but they're no two alike. They're like snowflakes because they were hand blown. Here is one such example why I had to have this. And you see the price of $48 for one of them was a friggin' steal. Because why? Euro, $2,787. 2,500 British pounds. How much in US dollars? Well, let's just say close to $3,000 for a perfume bottle made by Giacomo Francini and Pietro Bigaglia, oh God, I'm Italian, I should know better. Bigaglia, or something like that. Yes, and there you go. And there's the word, Murrine. And here we go. Aha. Look what we got here, boys and girls. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. Oh, God. All right. So Murano glass is glass made on the Venetian island of Murano. Sounds quite exotic, doesn't it? Okay, which has specialized in fancy glassware for centuries. Murano's glassmakers led Europe for centuries, developing or refining many technologies, included crystalline glass, enameled glass, which is known as smalto, golden glass, which is known as goldstone, multicolored glass, which is known as, and I'm going to get this wrong, millefiori, milk glass, which is called latimo, and imitation gemstones made of glass. Today, the artisans of Murano are still employing these centuries-old techniques, crafting everything from contemporary art glass and glass figurines to Murano glass chandeliers and souvenirs. Today, Murano is home to a vast number of factories and few individual artist studios making all manner of glass objects, from mass-marketed stemware to original sculpture. Now, the Museo del Vetro Glass Museum in the Palazzo, I'm going to get this wrong, Justinian houses displays on the history of glassmaking, as well as glass samples ranging from the Egyptian times throughout the present day. It's located about 1.5 kilometers from the main city of Venice. No, actually, I'm being a jerk. Venice, Italy. Yes, Italy. And Murano has been the commercial port since far back as the 7th century. It is believed that making in Murano originated in 8th century Rome. Yes, 8th century Rome. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. So some of today's Murano artists that are highly collected, and I'll give you some of their names, are Di Biase, Gabbiani, Vanini, and Salviati, Barovier and Toso, Pauli, Berengo Studio, Seguso, Formia, Murno Glatzt, Simone Senadis, Alessandro Mandrazzato, Vetreria Ducale, Estevan Rossetto, and many others. The oldest glass factory is Antica Vetreria Fratelli Toso, founded in 1854, and that's what we have here. Now, in the first half of the 19th century, the Venetian glassmakers on Murano were going through the most difficult period in their history. One strategy opted to overcome this crisis was to study and revive ancient techniques, adapting them to the fashion of the times. In glass history, originally from bronze, there came knowledge of casting and mold making. From ceramics, knowledge of building furnaces and chemistry needed to mix colors. And from lapidary arts came the cutting and grinding techniques. From work with inlay came the interest and need for detailed mosaic pieces. One of these was the production of marine glass, like you see here. There we go, marine glass. And that is really beautiful. I just can't get over the beauty of this. And so basically, they created the marine glass already known in Roman times. They recreated it and adapted or adopted by Venetians in the 15th century and revived and modernized. In the 1800s, this type of glass was created by combining different glass pigments together when cold and heated in a kiln, so the glass components soften and melt and bond together to form a multicolored mosaic. When this technique was revived, Vincenzo Moretti, from 1835 to 1901, produced the most beautiful examples. So one of the most noteworthy there was a lot of noteworthy glass makers in Murano, and if I went through all of them with you, you would hit the back button. So basically, one of the most noteworthy contributors to the development of glass was 19th century Venetian glassmaker Pietro Bigaglia, or Bijaglia. And his family owned glassmaking shops in Venice as early as 1674. And Pietro Bigaglia, or Bijaglia, I'm going to pronounce it wrong, was a great glassware researcher and technician. He gave new life to Venetian blown glass in the 19th century, which was the 1800s. He was the first man who made glass with the inclusion of colored glass, millefiori, long stretches, which is cannet, and he improved the technique of colored filigree, and was the first man who drew aventurine in long stretches to obtain multicolored texture, as you see here. He made mirrors, lamps, window panes, decorated with filigree and aventurine glass, which I think sometimes people call that type of glass this as well, besides marine. And Bijaglia, is known to have been one of the first Venetians to make paperweights. His work was shown at the Murano Glass Museum in 1864 at the first big exhibit of Venetian and Muranese glassmakers. His works enhance the art of Venetian glassmakers of the mid-19th century, which is the mid-1800s. And it includes Giovanni B. Francini and Domenico Bussolini, not Mussolini. So basically, as you can see, each and every one of these is a work of art. They still make it today, but it's never going to be the same as the antique versions. So this was made in the mid-19th century, mid-1800s, all the way to about, I think, around the 1880s. But I'm guessing earlier. These look like earlier pieces to me. And again, let's get a close-up shot. Look at that. Do you see that shimmer? and that shine. Look at this. This is just absolutely beautiful. Now again, I'm no expert on actually pronouncing names right, and I'm no expert on glass, but I do research as I go along with you guys. So let's see more prices and what these type of antique smelling salts or scent bottles are worth. Yes, perfume could have went in here as well. And again, look at the beautiful sapphire, faux sapphires on the top. Look at the workmanship in the metal, and look at the workmanship in this glass. It is really, really, really sensational. So as we can see here, one that's very similar to mine with a brass top with the finger ring. And like I said, no two patterns, although they were the same style pattern, were alike. Each one was a snowflake or fingerprint, selling for close to $3,000 US. And in this case, we have one being sold for $1,400 right here. And look at this design. Again, no two are alike, but they are similar in pattern. This one being, really toasty on the top. Nothing spectacular. I think mine are way prettier. What do you say? All right, let's check out some more. And here's another one with a broken finger ring and chain, or chatelaine, being sold for $749.95. And they come in all different styles, shapes, and designs of color of glass with the swirls and different prices. This one being $950. Don't know if you can see that. This one being $1,100. This one being $1,900. This one being $1,500. And this one being $950. This one over here being sold for $3,026.75. Right here. And again, look how beautiful this is. So I thought I'd take you guys outside with me to show you how these look in the light. It is about 20 degrees out and the winds are howling. I'm frozen. And so you can see in the light how just absolutely gorgeous these are. Now do you know why I wanted them so bad? There was no way in hell I was going to let anyone else beat me out. The seller did not know the value of these at all. Sorry for the wind noises. And so I got them for $126.76 with shipping and tax. Not bad at all. Worth about, I'm going to go with about anywheres between, let's see, if they're selling them for like $3,000 a bottle or $2,000 or $2,500 a bottle, at worst, at the lowest amount, about $2,000 to, I'm going to go with, let's see, $6,000. That's right. For the right buyer, $2,000 to $6,000 for the pair. You can find them for cheaper once in a while at a live auction house, where they don't, I don't know, for some reason auction houses get things that are valuable sold for way less than their value is. You can once in a while find these for about $189 to $200 on eBay with somebody that finds them at a thrift store and wants to just flip them really quick. So I'm going to give these pair, again, a value of about $2,000 to $6,000. That's right. For $126.76 purchase, this was another major score. Thanks for watching. See you guys all soon, and so long.